Hi, Pisces. Oh, yeah, Cancer. How are you? Thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching the channel. You can watch us for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Venus placements, or any other planets that may be currently transiting any house placements that you may have in Cancer. This is intended for new love or a new connection you may have, and for singles who are Cancer. So I recently did a free giveaway, and Alyssa was the winner, and I've tried contacting her several times to let her know she won, and she has not contacted me. So I'm doing the water signs first. I let Pisces know, I've let Scorpio know, and if you subscribe to my channel, the first person who emails me and says that they would like a free private love reading or general psychic reading, I will give you one. And Alyssa, if you're a Cancer and you watch this, I will still give you a free private reading as well too, of your choice, psychic or love, because you did win. But I want to be able to give a reading to somebody who was on that channel and watched. So just email me. So what we're going to look at is, who is this new energy coming towards you, Cancer? I hope you're not like Scorpio. They killed me. It was almost a 2-hour reading. I was exhausted. I had 3 storylines, 3 different energies that came through. It was exhausting. So I hope... I just can't do it. I'm drained. So hopefully we can have a nice, simple reading, Cancer. Okay, who is this energy that's coming towards Cancer? Let's find out, shall we? I need a fun reading, Cancer. You guys are my favorite ones. It's always fun. I'm a Cancer moon. I love reading for Cancer. So you guys are always fun. Ooh, the Page of Wands. Somebody who's going to be really fun and flirtatious. And the Justice card. So it's kind of fun that it's the Justice card, because I don't know if I know what planet. I'm trying to learn all the planets, Cancer. I know, I'm sure you guys have heard me say that a million times. It's going to take me forever to learn them all. So I'm sorry I have to keep referring to it. Yeah, well, I knew it was Libra's major arcana. Oh, it's Libra in Venus. So this is somebody who wants to bring you harmony, balance, truth. I'm hearing restoration. They want to restore the truth for you. So some of you may know this person. They're very sincere, very authentic, very genuine. You know, it's interesting too, our south nodes are currently in Libra. So with our south nodes being in Libra, everything is about, like, you'll start to see for the next 18 months. So everything's gonna be about justice and equality and reciprocity and balancing the scales, in relationships, in communities, in politics, in countries, in governments, in townships, in schools, in any kind of, in homes, within your families. You'll see it everywhere. So everything's going to be about that equal balance. But Venus is all about love. It's about beauty. It's about harmony. And this person, and the Page of Wands is a very flirtatious energy. It's an attractive energy. So this person is going to be good looking, but they're also going to find you very good looking. Very good looking. And they have no problem, I'm hearing, if you overshadow them with your beauty. They'll find you so attractive that they want you to outshine them. Oh, I like this energy. This is a fun one, Cancer. But they will be very honest and balanced. They're all about the scales. This could be even a Libra. That's a good energy. Okay. Let's see. What is this energy's... I want to make sure that my cards are upright. Yeah. So if a card comes out upside down, it's really intentional then. What is the intention of this energy for connecting with Cancer? Okay, these cards were definitely coming towards me. Knight of Cups. Ooh, I've heard you've been on my mind. I'm also hearing since you've been gone. Maybe you've broken up with this person. Ooh, okay, this is going to be different for some of you. Eight of Swords. Some of you, I think, yeah, they're missing you. The Chariot. Ooh, I'm hearing I'm making my way back to you, babe. That's a really old song. Like from I think the 60s or 70s? Maybe even earlier? It's well before my time. I'm making my way back to you, babe. This is a Chariot. This is your card, Cancer. It's a fast-moving energy, too. They're stuck in their head about how to get back to you. They want to put the past behind them. This is... Six of Swords. This is... Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. Six of Swords is... what in Aquarius? Mercury in Aquarius. Yeah. Travel and communication. They're going to have a hard time right now because Mercury's in retrograde. Because you know what I was seeing right here? They're missing a wheel on the Chariot. And Mercury's in retrograde through Capricorn season. I think they can't get to you because they don't know what they want to communicate. So we'll see if there's going to be a communication card that comes out as like the last one for their intention. Well, I mean, the Knight of Cups could be... oh. Four of Wands. This could be home, marriage, stability. I think that's Sun in Leo. Oh, no, it's Venus in Aries. Venus is a theme for you. Yeah, it's beauty in the home. Beauty in love. Queen of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Somebody wants to speak their truth. It's Aquarius energy. Oh, yeah. Ten of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So, this is what, remember, this is new love for singles. So this is somebody who you're single, or it could be like a new love connection, like maybe you went on like a date, or you've been talking to someone, or someone you might be interested in or have a crush on. But this is my intention isn't for somebody you've really been involved with. So this is what their intention is with you. Let me grab my other crystal I really like to hold on to a lot. So let's see. What are their intentions for you? You are in their head. Big time, Cancer. Like they can't get you off. They can't get you off their mind. I'm feeling that first. Like, I'm so drawn to this card first, the Eight of Swords card first, which I know is Gemini. I just don't know which planet it is. It's, yeah, Jupiter and Gemini. So, with it being Jupiter and Gemini, that means Jupiter is a planet of expansion. It also means luck and good fortune, but not when it's usually with a sword card, because the swords are usually not the best of luck. So, with it being Jupiter in Gemini, it just means like this anxiety of you being in their head is going on and on and on. So let's say you talked on the phone once, or you guys met at a party through friends, but you didn't go out, but they just liked you, or you, I don't know, met while you were out doing holiday shopping or something, or you guys matched on an online dating app or something, but you haven't gone out, or you went on one date and now they just can't get you off their mind. It's like this Jupiter just expands, so it just keeps growing and growing. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's kind of like how dough rises, right? It just keeps expanding. It's like the universe, right? It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The universe doesn't stop getting bigger. It keeps growing. It infinitely grows. So you being in this person's head is just growing. It's eating away at them. It's like they don't know what to do. So it's all they can sit here and think. It doesn't matter if it's a male or female. It's just a woman depicted right now on the card. But they're like dreaming about, what would it be like to be with Cancer? Would I live in a castle with Cancer? Like, they're just like, it's like a fantasy land right now. Like, what would it be like if I was with Cancer? So it's like, they're just anxious. Do I talk to Cancer? Do I not talk to Cancer? Maybe Cancer doesn't want to hear from me. Maybe Cancer is dating other people. Like, that's what's happening. Like, this person's just stuck in their head. And that's the worst thing. That's what happens with the Swords cards, because they're air. It's an air sign, right? So, and I know because I'm an air sign. So when you're an air sign, you get stuck in your head. And then once you're in there, it's really hard to get out. Because then you just start thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And you dream of a whole darn story that might not even be going on. So that's what looks like what's happening here, because you can see how like she's kind of like sad. So they're dreaming up a whole story about Cancer that they don't even know is real. So it's kind of more like anxiety, stress. What should I do? Is Cancer down here in the solar system, or is Cancer up here in the castle? Is Cancer over here in the clouds? Is Cancer down here by the butterfly? I don't know what to do. Where would I find Cancer? Should I call Cancer? Should I text Cancer? Should I just leave Cancer alone? Should I ask my friend about Cancer? Cancer and I went out once. Should I swipe right or left on Cancer if I want to go out with them again? Because now I found them on the dating app. It's that kind of thing. It's that kind of energy. Like, that anxious overthinking energy is what they're in. And then I see the Knight of Cups here, and see how there's like this other person's head here, and then the Knight of Cups with the cup. When I look at the spread, it looks like this. It's like his higher self is looking at himself, going like, what are you doing? Like, get over it. Like, grow up. If you like Cancer, talk to Cancer. Like, look what you have to offer. Like, he's got this huge cup. Look what you have to offer, Cancer. If you like Cancer, go talk to them. If you don't, then move on. But stop this silly game of just sitting here thinking about it. Take action or move on. Because the Knight of Cups actually does something. So it's like, that's what it feels like. His higher self is reaching back and saying, because the other thing about the Eight of Swords is like, you don't have to just sit in that energy if you don't want to. You have the choice of walking away. So he's like, come on, get out of there. What are you doing? This is pretty stupid, honestly. Let's go, come on, let's go move towards Cancer. That's our intention. Let's go show Cancer what we're made of. Like, this is a confident, flirty energy. I think they're so attracted to you that maybe they were a little intimidated, or they will be intimidated when they first see you, potentially. So there may be a delay in communication after the first time because they're going to get trapped in their head over it. But they'll get over it fast. I don't feel like it's going to be like weeks long, months long. I feel like it'll be a couple, you know what I mean? Just a little bit longer than you might be used to. And so that's why I think we then see the Six of Swords, because he's like, come on, let's go ask them out. Let's go talk to them. Let's communicate. Come on. Let's go tell them, you know, what we think. It's like, it's more this like internal dialogue that this person's having with themselves about their intentions that they have for you. That's what it is. It's not so much, I have this love for you, Cancer. It's them talking to themselves and talking themselves up to come communicate with you. That's what it feels like and seems like. And then with the Six of Swords being Venus in Aquarius, it's usually depicted as this like really serene water and one man just kind of like rowing the boat, and there's like one or two people in the boat. These are kind of like choppy waters right here. Of course, you know, there's still butterflies, which always makes me think of the divine. There's a whole bunch of people in the boat, and it's not as serene as it's usually depicted. But Venus, again, is about, right? It is Venus. No, it's Mercury. Mercury in Aquarius. That's why. Because Mercury in Aquarius is about travel and communication. So I feel like they're on their way. Like, they made the decision, this energy made the decision to come communicate to you. But we're in Mercury retrograde right now. So if you've currently just met someone, or someone you went out with and want to hear from Cancer, there's going to be delays if they're traveling to you, or difficulty in communicating with you, because we're in retrograde through Capricorn season. So when does it end? I don't think it ends till Aquarius season. Let me look it up, because that's why that picture is like so confusing for me to look at. I'm having a hard time seeing the landing docks over here. It will not end until January 1st, 2024. And that's the day it actually goes back from being retrograde. But just because it's out of retrograde, it actually takes longer than that. It takes like another 5 or 6 days for it to be out of retrograde. So let's say like January 6th or 7th. So, yeah, it started in Sagittarius season and it's going to stretch well into Capricorn season. So, yeah, I would say about January 6th or 7th, it'll finally be out. Because once it's out of retrograde, it takes a few days longer for it to finally be out of retrograde. So I feel like they're going to decide to communicate. But with it being Aquarius in retrograde, they're going to have a harder time. And that's what we see a hard time with them traveling towards you too. So either they try to communicate with you. With the Six of Swords usually means putting things behind you, smoother waters. Yeah, movement forward. But because it's Mercury, I feel like the waters are going to be more choppy. Just because of where we are right now. So only if you're watching this between December 19th and I would say like January 5th of 2024. Because if it's during Mercury retrograde, because it stops on the 1st, but I would count it into about the 5th. Otherwise, you're fine. Don't worry about it then. Or just look for, when is Mercury in retrograde again? Because it's always going into retrograde. I mean, it happens, it seems like all the time. I feel like we just got out of retrograde. And it's kind of funny because I just had, like, this ridiculous miscommunication with somebody over the weekend. And now I realize it's totally because of Mercury in retrograde. Because it leads to really simple miscommunications. And that's exactly what happened. And guess what? Well, I'm an Aquarius sun, but my Mercury sign is also in Aquarius. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Aquarians were a little unique. So then, of course, it was like, well, then I'm not going to talk to you anymore and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure you're really interested in that, Cancer, and your fun love singles reading. But my point is, like, Mercury retrograde can wreak havoc on lots of things, right? So if something's happening right now and somebody's trying to communicate with you or trying to move to you or toward you, there could be, that's why the waters are, I'm seeing the water so choppy and it's so hard for me to see where they're trying to get to. So they could have a hard time trying to see how to get to you because of the retrograde. Because it's all about travel, communication. Email communication can be delayed. Text communication can be delayed. Even. I mean, all of those things are impacted. Even just how we verbally talk with people are impacted. It's really kind of fascinating how the planets do that to us. So also check if you're an Mercury, if you have an Aquarius placement in Mercury. It'd be really funny then for you. But I see them definitely trying to move to you to get to these calmer waters because they've made this decision that they want to communicate to you about, like, wanting to go out, or they're excited about seeing you, and but there's some kind of like hiccup. Maybe they ask you out, but they ask you out to like a restaurant that, like, and you say yes, and they don't know you're allergic to seafood, and it's at a seafood restaurant. Or they ask you out somewhere and you don't drink alcohol and it's at a bar. It's going to be something like that. I see it being like, it's going to be a funny story in the end, but at the time it's like, oh my gosh, like they're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. Like, I'm so excited to go out with Cancer and I did this. Like, why didn't I think about asking? So I just see it. That's why the waters are so choppy here. It's going to be like some kind of difficulty, but it's not anything that's like a deal breaker. You know what I mean? It's just something like, Oh yeah, the first time he tried to take me out, he tried to kill me because he took me to a sushi restaurant and I'm allergic to fish, you know, and seafood and shellfish. I'm anaphylactic, so, you know, tried to kill me. It's like that kind of thing, you know. It's funny. And the first time he took me out, he tried to take me to a bar, but it's against my religion to drink. So he was trying to offend my own faith. You know, just those kinds of funny things. Something you two will actually develop your own inside joke over. But this person will, like, be like, it seems like such a sweet, sensitive person. They're going to be just, like, thrown, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? They're going to be stressed for a plan B. So I think if it's during the retrograde, if they ask you to do something, let them know if you have any kind of weird allergies, or if you don't drink, or if you don't drink coffee, you only drink tea, or if you don't consume dairy. Let them just make it easy for them, because I feel like there's going to be some kind of hiccup. And they'll just be really stressed out. That's what it feels like. And they're trying to make it as smooth as possible because they're so excited to go out with you, Cancer. Because their intentions are to take you out on a date. Their intentions are to treat you right. Because I keep hearing, she's such a lady. I want to show her, like, the right way. And you can reverse the roles. Like, if they think you as such a gentleman, they want to show you, like, they're such a lady, you know. But that's what it feels like. I mean, that's the energy of, they want everything fair and balanced and right. So they don't want to take you somewhere that you can't eat. They don't want to take you somewhere you can't have coffee if you don't drink coffee. They don't want to offend you. They don't want to do anything that shows disrespect towards you in any way. That's why they're so stressed out. That's why they're so stressed out right now, Cancer. So with your card, the Chariot, and these are their intentions for you, right? Their intentions are trying to plan a date. That's what their intentions are. Their intentions are trying to plan a date. And they're trying to figure out how to do it. How to ask you out. And then what kind of date is it? That's what they're trying to figure out. Because for a small percentage of you, I feel like they already know you're the one they want. You're it. For a small percentage, I feel like you're it. They already know you're the one. Because I feel like for a small percentage, you've already been out at least on 1 or 2 dates. And that's it. They already know you're it. The rest of you, I feel like the person's coming into your energy. And so this person's going to be trying to figure out how to plan a date or how to ask you out. And that's what they're stressed about. So this is your card, Cancer. You're the Chariot, which is usually a really fast moving energy. And again, there's no wheel here. So it can't be moving fast. And if this is during the retrograde, how are they going to get to you? But I feel like it's more than that. I feel like something else is going on with this card. Because I feel like we already kind of got over the hiccup. Because it's Cancer. And the Moon, which are your fears. It can also be your intuition, and it can also be your emotion. But I feel like yeah, it can be compassion movement. But I feel like it's this person's, some of their fears creeping in. Like, they've planned the date now with you. They got through the choppy waters that we were talking about. And that's why they're stuck. Now they're nervous. They're scared. Like, whoa. Because look, to me that almost looks like a moon. Like a blue moon. Like once in a blue moon, Cancer said yes. But it feels like it's yeah, it's Cancer moon, and it feels like something else is going on in this card too. Something has to do with the Sphinx. Which are very symbolic of ancient Egypt. Because that's what I'm seeing here. I'm really focused on the Sphinx right here. And that's all I keep looking at. I can't get past it. I mean, cats were highly regarded in ancient Egypt. Good fortune, good luck. I mean, these were built for, like, emperors that ruled ancient Egypt. Massive tombs and were created for them and their queens to be buried in. They were mummified like that. But the Sphinx, I think, protected things too. I'm going to pause this for a second, Cancer, and look it up. Okay, so I had to look it up. So the Sphinx was the main protector for Ra, who their sun god for ancient Egypt, and that was like the main god of the sun, right? And it's depicted basically as kind of, well, I mean, to me it looks more like a cat, but I guess it's supposed to be partial kind of like a lion head and partial like a man's body, is how I was reading it. What they would do is put the pharaoh in there and his wife after they would pass, and they would also be protected inside these large pyramids in Egypt. Giza is a famous place in Egypt. It's also a great place to go to heal your throat chakra, by the way. It's not that far from Greece. But I was looking at that and I was just really taken by it because it means strength and love and spirituality and healing. And both men and women could embody this power from the belief of ancient Egypt. So seeing this depicted so importantly on the Chariot card, which is supposed to be a fast-moving energy, and being depicted by the Sphinx, which the Greeks looked at differently than the Egyptians, and they've been studied, obviously for thousands and thousands of years, and then learning now that makes me think of the Strength card, where we see, usually a woman trying to master a lion, taming her own inner beast, and they say this is supposed to be a lion's head and part of a man's body, I want to see where the Strength card is, because I feel like the Sphinx card has some kind of, the Sphinx on the Chariot has some kind of significance somehow. So I'm intrigued by where the Strength card is. And I'm also intrigued where the Sun card is, which I think I already passed after I said that. So the Strength card is between the Seven of Wands, the Strength card, which is the major arcana for Leo. And usually it's a woman, you know, like tackling or taming a lion. And the Knight of Pentacles, which is like the slowest moving energy in like this, like all the knights. So I think that's also, it's kind of interesting. I always see this kind of missing on the Chariot. Like it's a slower moving energy because it's missing a wheel, it feels like. But I feel like this makes so much sense because the Seven of Wands is, who rules the Seven of Wands? I think it's Leo. Mars and Leo. So it's fast moving energy, and it usually means like external, internal fighting, but either with yourself or external or other factors. But I feel like this person's been fighting with themselves, like we saw with the Eight of Swords of do I or don't I? And now that they've got this date with you, they're figuring out, like, do I pick Cancer up? Do I meet Cancer there? Like if it's a first date, what's the best etiquette? What's gonna make Cancer feel most comfortable? Do I bring Cancer flowers? Like they're having all these like internal fights when they just want to see you. And the Sphinx is like, why are you making this so much harder than you have to? And since the Sphinx protects the sun, and the sun is also the Three of Wands. Yeah, look at this. So the Sun card is with the Page of, with Ace of Pentacles. So they've already got their idea. They already know what they want. They want you. They got this idea. They got this huge thing they wanna. Maybe they got a great idea. Maybe you've been out once or twice, but they've got something they're like so excited to talk to you about. Here's the Sun card. Ultimate happiness. Sphinx. This looks more like the lion, but it's still that Sphinx kind of thing that I'm seeing in the Chariot. And then the Five of Wands, they're fighting with themselves. I'm like, stop fighting with yourself. And that's ruled by Saturn and Leo. And this is also Leo. So they're like, they can't get out of their own way. They're having a hard time getting to you, Cancer, because they're fighting with themselves over like the best approach, I think, because they're so excited about this opportunity with you. I want to find the Three of Wands, because that's the Sun in Aries, which is the Emperor, and the Emperor drives the Chariot. I'm really focused on the Sun because we know that the Sphinx protects the Sun, God, Ra. And that's why I'm more interested in that than where the Emperor is. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, this makes a lot of sense. So, the Three of Wands is the Sun in Aries, which represents the Emperor, and the Emperor drives the Chariot, right? And this Sphinx just kept talking to me about, like, this is the holdup. Why is this such a big deal? Because there was a fear holding him back, and I can't figure it out. Because it's the moon in Cancer, which is you. And you're the Ten of Cups with the Three of Wands, which is also the Emperor, right? So this is ultimate wish fulfillment. This is all love, all fulfilling, everything you want in a partner, ultimate happiness, all your dreams come true. Like, life can't get better than this. This is unconditional love and wish fulfillment in a partner. That's what this is. And then on the other side, it's the Eight of Cups. Fear of you walking away. Not being good enough. You leaving Cancer. That's what it feels like. The Eight of Cups is Saturn in Pisces. Yeah, fear of abandonment. Saturn's learning a tough lesson. Having to learn that they weren't the one they thought you were the one for them, but you thought someone else was better. That's how they would view it, Cancer. That's why I wanted to see this, because that's why they just can't get this Chariot going. That's why I feel like you're going to set your date. Their intentions are to call you, get this date going, and then it's like, oh, I have car trouble. Oh, we got to get an Uber. Can we call a cab? Can we take a bus? Can we take, a train? Can we take a subway? Something, I feel like something's going to happen because they're going to be really stressed out because they want everything to be perfect with you. Because this Sphinx is throwing a wrench in their side, if you will. It's their fear. Their fear is getting the best of them when they need to live away from their fear. They need to live in their intuition. They need to live in high vibration. They need to live in love. But they're so smitten. I'm hearing the word smitten. They're so smitten by you, Cancer, that fear's taking over. And the whole Chariot's on fire. Like, let's go. The whole Chariot, the whole thing's on fire. And it's like, let's go. Because all they want to do is get to you. And the Four Wands usually represents, like I said, for a small portion of you, I think this person's already been out with you a few times, so they already know you're the one they want to marry. But it also means, like, stability in home, happiness. But I'm getting, actually, they just want to go out dancing with you and laugh with you and listen to music with you and go to a party. And I'm hearing be free and be young and carefree. That's what they're saying. Be young and carefree. But they just want to dance and laugh. They just want happiness. Because with you, there is happiness and laughter and joy. And you bring it. That's all they want. they don't find it anywhere else. And they don't want to find it anywhere else. So that's their intention. This is more like what your date will be like. Lots of fun, lots of laughter. For some of you, it'll actually be like being on a... Some of you, they will actually want to marry you and know really quickly. So let's find out. I'm going to shuffle these since I had already kind of moved some of the cards around. Let's find out what do they want the potential outcome to be between the two of you. What does this energy want the potential outcome to be between you and Cancer? What does this new energy want the outcome to be between Cancer and this new energy that's coming in to date Cancer? Okay, let's find out. What do they want this outcome to be? Okay. The Star. And here, you're my total happiness. You're my everything. You're my love. And I have clarity on everything. The Ace of Swords. Wow, this person's gonna fall hard for you. The Moon. That's Pisces. I believe the Moon is Pisces. I think the Moon is Pisces, you, and Scorpio. I think it's all three of you, actually. Oh my gosh. The Wheel of Fortune. This is what they want the outcome to be with you. They feel like it's a fated encounter, like a fated meeting to be with you, Cancer. They're willing to face their fears head on with this Moon. What I say the Justice card was reciprocity, equal give and take, and balance and harmony. That's what they want with you. So what they want, they have total clarity over the situation. You are their wish fulfillment. So this is a major arcana for Aquarius. So they have total clarity over the situation. You are their dream come true. I think a lot of them are going to end up marrying you. They have total clarity over the situation with this Ace of Wands. They see, I'm hearing this, like, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. You guys will have to look it up. That's the part I can hear. And I can't sing, so I'm not going to keep going. With the Moon, I'm seeing they're willing to face any hurdle with you, but they feel like luck's on their side. Like, because see how the city's illuminated by the Moon? They feel like their fears are no longer hidden. Unlike here with the Chariot, which is the Moon in Cancer, it feels dark and gloomy. Like down here, it's hard to kind of see the stuff. Here, you can see everything. So they feel like their fears are gone, like you've illuminated them. They don't have to they're not living in fear anymore about their emotions with you. They're free to express their emotions, to express their love, to express how they feel. Because they've been guided to you. They feel this is fate. You are their destiny. You are meant for them. The Wheel of Fortune is always spinning, and it doesn't stop until the divine or your guides or your ancestors or source, universe, whatever resonates with you, stops it. It's ruled by the 4 fixed signs, which is Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. Because all they want with you is a happy home, either to be married or to have a lifelong partnership with true reciprocity and equal give and take. Meaning, I give equally, you give equally, and we never just take from one another or expect the other just to give, give, give. We just give freely because we love. We love the other unconditionally, accept the other unconditionally, without question. This is a very loving energy, and that's what they want with you. I feel like if you get really involved with this person, it would move. It's going to be a little rocky in the beginning, like I said, I think, to get those first few dates out of the way, like I want to say dates 1 through 4. But after that, I feel like this energy is the kind of energy that's going to ask you to marry them in like 6 months to a year. So let's see if there's any, I'll make sure this isn't upside down. There's guidance for you. So your guidance is the Death card, the Knight of Swords, 2 of Cups. There's one more that popped out. The Fool. So guidance, advice, it's the same thing. You can take which word you prefer. For some of you, I feel like this is an energy you may already know, but I think that's a small portion of you, and this person's coming back in because they've learned how to face their fears. And that's why they're in the 8 of Swords energy. And that's why there's that 6 of Swords of putting stuff behind them, and they've learned how to now give equal reciprocity and all of that, because they've learned you are their wish fulfillment with the Star card here. So the guidance is kind of like put the past behind you. Like there's been this like rebirth energy between both of you. Both of you have changed during this transitional time. Like both of you energetically have completely transformed. But I think that's a small group of you. And this person's coming in. You both have to speak your truth with the Knight of Swords about how you feel. Because if you don't, in the very beginning, before this even gets off the ground, it'll fail. Because both of you do feel like destined soulmates to each other. But if you don't do that, you'll start this cycle again with the Fool. And you'll start that cyclical loop again. That's what it feels like for a small group of you. The rest of you, it feels like the guidance or advice is saying something different. I'm hearing the song, You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off of you. If there's more to it. Let me look it up. It's just playing so loudly. It's like I'm at the concert, but I don't think all the people are alive anymore. Yeah, can't take my eyes off of you. Oh my gosh, yeah, the song came out in 1967. Here's the lyrics. It's by Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. This is what I'm hearing in my head. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite all right, I need you, baby, to warm me the lonely nights. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay. Oh, let me love you, baby. Let me love you. Yeah, if you want, look that song up because that song is really stuck in my head. It's like I'm at the concert. It's like raging in my head when I look at the full card. You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. Which is so funny because when I did a reading for Scorpio, I told them the story about Don Quixote. So it's interesting how energetically the cards come through so differently. You guys got a Frankie Valli song and they got a story about Don Quixote chasing monsters, which were actually windmills. So for the majority of you, so I'll do the timestamps in here differently because I feel like the majority of you, it's this one. It starts out with the Fool, which is a fool in love. And that's what I really feel is your advice is he's a fool in love. He's definitely a fool in love. You're both fools in love. And it's that song, because that song's all about being in love. And you guys feel like soulmates, and you're divinely guided to each other. And you both, and over here, I feel you're being, this energy is coming to you, is being guided to you. I really feel they're being divinely guided to you. And you guys are, this is a soulmate card, the Two Cups. This is the Two Cup. Yeah, the Two Cups. This is a soulmate card. Right here. And this is the Third Eye. So, I feel like one of you is a little bit more intuitive than the other, but you both feel divinely guided to each other and love each other. And you both feel that kind of song. I love you, baby. Yeah. That song. And you're even protected here. Like, they're protected all around by the divine. But I feel like your guidance is saying, if you're not honest, because this is the Knight of Swords, which is an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. If you're not honest with each other, and again, there's the butterfly, which is always a symbol of honesty, or the divine, right? So if you don't speak your truth with each other, and are always straightforward and honest, like this person wants, coming in with this Justice card as their energy, wanting a just, truthful, honest, reciprocal, like I saw with the Six of Pentacles, relationship with you. And especially with the way I see the sword pointing right to the death card. You'll kill the relationship. So I think you have to always be honest, but be mindful of your words. Be soft with your words. Remember the moon card. Emotion. Soft. Use your intuition. Be kind. Be mindful. We don't need to speak harshly to others that we love. Ever. Unless you're telling them to jump out of the street so they don't get run over by a car, you don't ever need to speak harshly to anybody you love. You can always express however you feel kindly. So it feels like your guidance is saying this is the right person for you. It's a very loving, nurturing energy. You have to reciprocate that. And Cancer, you are a beautiful, loving energy. That's just Cancer's way. But be mindful of your words and how you use them and choose to speak your words, because I don't know your other placements. Because this person's coming in singing this loving song, and I feel you'll be in that space with them too. But if you're not careful with your words, if they're a Scorpio, like, you can hurt them so easily with words, the way you can be hurt so easily with words, Cancer, you'll just go right in your little shell and hide. So it's like you gotta be very careful with your words when you communicate something. That's what it seems like your guidance is. Well, that is your guidance. It doesn't seem like. It's pretty obvious that's what your guidance is. But that Frankie Valli song is a great song. I definitely strongly recommend that you listen to it. It's a great song. I heard it like I was literally sitting in their concert. And that song, I think, what did I say? It was like from 1963, 67? I mean, I could have been at their concert. It was so loud. So, what time is it? It's so late here. Oh, yeah, it's very late. I guess it's morning time. Okay, let's pull 3 cards on your potential timing. Oh, isn't that funny? I love how this stuff works. So I was pulling timing, and we just did guidance, and up here I have the Fool, and down here it ends with the World. And they go hand in hand. Huh. Okay, so there's 3 different times when this energy, I think, could approach. Well, the World card is definitely summer. I mean, this is hot. This is definitely this is summer. There's no question that's summer. This feels like spring. March, April, May is what I just heard. If you want to hear a weird one, Scorpio, they got January, February, April, May, not March. And not March was very loud and clear. Not March. It was really weird. I mean, it was very loud, not March. It was the weirdest thing. This feels like spring too. This actually really strongly feels like April. I've gotten somewhere where the timing overlaps, so I feel like that must be a much more prominent month. I mean, this one feels like all of summer, but if I was going to say one month, I would say July. But I'd say the whole summer, And then flipping for the Southern Hemisphere for when your summer months are. But this is March through May. And this is definitely just the month of April. So April's doubled. So April's got to be a big month. Maybe April 4th is a big month. April 3rd or April 1st. Or April 7th. So April 1st, 3rd, 4th, or 7th. Those dates might be important. I hope that's helpful, Cancer. Thank you for liking, for subscribing, and for sharing. Again, I appreciate your time, for being a part of the channel, and for everything. If I don't do another Cancer reading before the new year, I will do one in early January for you. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.